Good evening, everybody. Oh, we're gone. Good evening, guys. Hope you're all well. I hope you've had a really great weekend and done lots of things that you wanted to do. You feel really good. Can you even believe that the first week of the year has already gone? I don't even know where it's gone. I don't know how this happened. It's just been mental. I've had a crazy week. I've had lots of exams to do, and then this weekend we've been filming, doing some shoots and things, so it's been crazy, but it's been really lovely. I just wanted to kind of leave you with a little message. I posted something on Facebook earlier on my page, and it said, what story are you telling yourself? And it's a really important question, and a thing that you should be asking yourself a lot is what story you tell yourself. I'm just going to share this onto my Facebook page so that, on my personal page, so that it can be seen. What story are you telling yourself? I keep getting told that I either play with my hair when I do Facebook Lives, or I say so, or I say I'm just going to jump on. So I'm trying to refrain from saying things that I would usually say, and it's really hard. Okay, so yeah, what story are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself a really positive story that's going to help you feel better, or is that story that you're telling yourself empowering, or is it disempowering? Is it making you feel better, or is it making you feel worse about yourself? Like all these, hi Polly, I've not seen you in ages. Is the story that you're telling yourself making you feel a better version of you? Is that story that you're telling yourself making you want to become a better person? Is it making you want to do better? Is it changing the way you think or the way you feel? And this is the most important thing that a lot of people don't realise, is the story that you tell yourself every single day is going to shape your life, is going to create who you are, and it's going to change how you think all of the time. It's going to become part of your identity and who you are. So that story that you tell yourself is so vital and so important, and you have to continue to keep developing that story. So what I'm asking is, what is a story that you tell yourself? And are you bringing to the table a really good, strong mindset to create and achieve the goals and create the life that you want to create? Because if you're telling yourself a story that isn't in alignment to what you want to do or where you want to be, then that story is just going to make you feel disempowered. It's going to make you feel less confident. It's going to lower that self-worth. Hi Candy! It's going to lower that self-worth, and that is going to really change how you do well in your career, how you do well in your business, how you be as a mother, how you be as a friend, all these different things. Because if you think you're a bad person, or you think you're a bad friend, you're going to act in that way. If you think you're a great mum, or if you're doubting yourself as a mum, you're going to act in that way. And that's just how it is, and that's just naturally by nature. Hi babe! That's just naturally by nature how you are going to be. So the story that you're telling yourself as well is another big thing that I find a lot when I'm working with people. Is it consistent? So is that story consistent? Are you telling yourself 1 minute that you're doing really well, and the next minute you're sitting and going, oh my god, I'm really crap at this? Like, if it's not consistent, again, you are going to have so many conflicting things in your mind. You aren't going to get to where you need to be. You need to have so much conviction in who you are and what you are doing and where you are going to be, and the direction in which you want to choose. That needs to be so core and so fundamental and so ingrained into you. So that is really important. And it's a case of, how can you live a positive life with a negative mindset? How can you create really great things with a shitty attitude? And it's not going to. I really can't keep a still phone today. But it's not going to. You're not going to, because it's so polar opposite what's going on here. And what you need to realize is that whatever you see, feel, think in here first is going to then create what's going on in the outside as well. So those things are so fundamental and so part of who you are. And that's by nature, by physics. The law of physics will tell you the same thing, that what you think in here will vibrate into the universe, and that is how it's going to be. And that's not airy-fairy, it's physics. So really, really look at what's going on here and try and figure it out, because that is really, really going to change your life and change how you think. And one of the really big things that I've noticed, because I've read so many autobiographies from big business people, successful big business people, and all these things, they all say the same thing, they all do the same thing. They've not got to where they are because of they've not dealt with any obstacles, they've just had an easy, plain sailing thing. They've got to where they are because they've overcome the adversity and they've become where they are. They've done that because their mind has told them that they are good enough, that they are worthy to have the stuff that they have got. And you need to have that as well. You need to have that in your mind and believe in your mind and in your head, in every single cell in your body, that you are good enough. Because I've been there. We've all been there. We've all sat there and thought, I am not good at this, I can't do this. And you've got that story in your head. We've all done it, we've all been there. And it's fine, but know when to turn that story off and when to change it. Because that story that you'll change in your mind is going to completely change how your life is going to go. It's going to completely change the course of directions where you're going to be. And that is so fundamental in any sort of business mindset, sort of any sort of self-worth training that you'll ever do as well. So your story about your life, what is your story? What is it that you are, what sort of thing are you telling yourself every single day? So where is it that you want to be? Where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time? Where is it? And then look at who it is you need to become. So who do you need to be that, I don't know, if you want to be a six-figure business owner, who do you need to become to be that six-figure business owner? Who do you need to be the CEO of the company, if that's where you want to be in your career, or a senior management, whatever it is, who do you need to become? And then what story would they tell themselves? You have to step into that power every single day to become part of make that become part of who you are. And that is just so fundamental in anything that you are going to go forward with. So look at who it is that you need to become to get to where you want to be, and change that story in your head, and make sure that that story is going to empower you, to push you, to make you become a better, bigger version of who you are. Oh, hi, Em. So get that vision so big and so wide and so clear that you can't help but tell yourself that story is just making you feel, and in every single cell of yours, who you want to be. So a lot of this as well will come down to your daily habits. So have a look at what your daily habits are. Are your daily habits something that a six-figure business owner would do? Other daily habits, things that the CEO of the company, if that's what you want to be, whatever it is that your goal is, what would the daily habits of that person be? And if you don't know, find out. Go and find out what those daily habits are, and absolutely, or find a person that is where you want to be and question what they do. And then think of and make that story in your head and change it. Oh, Em, love you too. And change that story to make it so big and so ingrained, and find out what it is that they want to do and make it your story and make it your mission to do that, because it's a fact. If it's been done before, it can be done again. So whatever story you're telling yourself as to why you're not where you are or why you can't get to where you want to be, people have done it, and it's doable. You can completely do it yourself as well. And one of the best things and the biggest piece of advice I've ever had is do what you love. if you do what you love, you're going to be vibrating at such higher frequency that you're going to feel good. You're going to give off so many good vibes. You're going to feel amazing in yourself, and you can grow and become a more pushed and more empowered to be that person as well. When you change that story and you can learn those habits and you act in that way and you've modeled what people have already done before, you will absolutely feel the most amazing amount of self-worth and self-belief and self-confidence. And those are the things that you're going to need. You're going to need all that to make you become that version of you that's going to reach that goal that you want to get to. So those are some of the really, really key things that you need to know to be able to try and get to where you want to be and to try and achieve the goals that you want to achieve. And that's like the fundamentals of anything that you want to do. So really, really look at where it is that you are, look at what it is that you want to be, model it, be consistent in that behavior, and you are absolutely on the right track. Change that story in your head. You are more than worthy of it. You are more than capable of it. If it's done before, you can completely do it again. If not, achieve way beyond it. Just make sure that you're telling yourself that and you change that. If you don't know how to change that, hire somebody who does know how to help you change that, because that is going to be so key in where you are going to go and where you want to be. So have a think about what it is that you're doing. Have a think about where it is that you want to be and completely go with it and try to become that best version that you can possibly be, because you are so worth it. And it's just a really short one tonight because I know it's Sunday and everyone wants to chill and have a good evening before the crazy week ahead. So I'm going to leave it quite short. And we've got a crazy week because I've got a second intake of Clean and Lean, and tomorrow, what else have I got tomorrow? I've got my first training as well. I've got my first week of people doing my mindset coaching, so it's incredible. The first program of the year. Dead excited for that. So yeah, just wanted to let you know as well that starting from Wednesday, I've got a free 3-day Change Your Story challenge. So it's just jumping into a Facebook group, and we're going to be doing some really, really empowering techniques that I've learned in 3 years that I've done my personal development and coaching. And we're going to do some really, really incredible mindset training. We're going to shift those limiting beliefs that you've got. If you've got those limiting beliefs, we're going to make sure that they are completely shifted. 3 days, we're going to change that story, because it's so important for you as a person to have that self-confidence and have that self-belief. And it's such a huge passion of mine for people to feel good about themselves and people feel that they are worthy, because you are so worthy. And so that for me is like just the biggest passion of mine. If you ask any of my friends and family, that is all I ever talk about. So if you are wanting to increase sales, if you're wanting to have more business, attract more clients, if you want to achieve promotions in your company, whether you're in network marketing, whether you're a mom, because you're going to still have obstacles that you need to overcome, and people completely undervalue how hard it is to be a mom. I mean, I'm not a mom, but I've got some of my closest friends are, and I know that it can be a struggle. So whatever obstacles that you might be facing as a mum is also something that I can help with, and it's just a really, really positive community where we can all come together and we can try and shift those limiting beliefs. So it's just 3 days. So it's this Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. I have no idea about the dates. I don't know why. So in the 11th, 12th and 13th. So this Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. It's just free 3 days. So it's just going to help you if you want better relationships, more clarity, whatever it is that you want to gain. We can change that story and make sure that in those 3 days we can completely shift any sort of problems that you feel that you are having, because I can guarantee I could tell you in a minute what those problems are, and we can change that story straight away. So if you are wanting to do it, it's completely free. Like I said, it's just something that I want to do because it's something that is a really, really big passion of mine. So if you want to do it, drop me a line. I can just add you to the Facebook group. It's going to be quite challenging. It's not going to be easy. We're going to set tasks. We're going to be doing it to really push ourselves and stretch that comfort zone so that you can change that story, because changing a story that you've told yourself for years isn't nice. It's hard, and it takes effort, and it takes courage, and it takes being brave. So if you are prepared to step into your own power, if you are prepared to change that story and want to really, really propel yourself into a new place, then let me know. I'll pop you in the Facebook group and we'll be able to change that story straight away. And we're going to do some tasks, some really exciting tasks and things that we can do for it. So I will pop you in there if you want to. Just drop me a line and I can just add you to it. But I'm going to let you go and enjoy your evening to get on with the week. If you do want anything else, let me know. If you want any help, any tips, any advice or anything, then I am here on hand to help you get to where you want to be. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope this week brings so many great things for you. And I hope you take care. Bye bye guys, take care.